The imprisonment of a renowned Guatemalan investigative journalist outraging the international community. Just last week, the United Nations calling his imprisonment arbitrary and in violation of international law. Jose Ruben Zamora has now been behind bars in Guatemala for 708 days. He was sentenced last year to 6 years in prison on money laundering charges. Human rights groups say this is purely political persecution and it undermines democracy. Zamora is the founder of an independent investigative newspaper, and before his arrest, he oversaw 100 investigations into the corruption in Guatemala, which is believed to have led to the 67-year-old being put behind bars. He now spends his days in a 16 by 13-foot cell in a Guatemalan prison, allowed only 1 hour a day in the sunlight. And here now, Zamora's son, Jose Carlos Zamora, who is fighting for his father's freedom. Jose, thank you so much for making the time to join us tonight.
Hi, Natasha. Thank you very much for the invitation, for the space to talk about the case.
I want to ask you first, how is your father doing? How is he doing tonight? And how is your family continuing to cope with everything?
Well, it has been 780 very intense days. Fortunately, my father is well. He's healthy. He's in good spirits. He's very resilient. And in many ways, he says that he sees his imprisonment as part of his job as a journalist, because it also helped demonstrate the abuses of power in Guatemala.
What do we know about the conditions in which he's being kept? Is there solitary confinement involved here? And I understand you say he experienced inhumane conditions. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, so he's been in basically solitary confinement for 788 days. By law, nobody can be in one of those cells for more than 30 days. He has been there for 780. Then also nobody can be in pretrial detention without being judged for more than 90 days. He has been in pretrial detention without being judged for 708 days. So throughout from the beginning, he's innocent. This is for doing investigative journalism, but you see that they fabricated a case, and on top of that, he has gone through this process where they have violated all of his fundamental human rights.
Yeah, and I understand that he was charged with money laundering, and there are several groups who have said that this is purely political prosecution and trumped up charges here. Do you have the sense that as he was doing this work, this dangerous work in Guatemala, these more than 100 investigations, that he knew how dangerous this was, how he was really sticking out his own neck, his own safety, in order to in his eyes, tell the truth?
Yes, absolutely. He and his team had a 30-year-long career in investigative journalism. They have published some of the most important investigative reports in the country, which have led to the imprisonment of former presidents, vice presidents, cabinet members. He has also denounced abuses of power, of organized crime. So throughout those 30 years, he has faced a lot of persecution. But what we see now is that these repressive regimes have evolved and have become more sophisticated. Before, it was defamation campaigns and death threats, physical threats, kidnappings, assassination attempts. But now they use the law. They use lawfare. So they started using criminal law to persecute journalists and critical voices. So that's has become a very effective tool.
Because they're using the law. And to that point, the prosecutor in his case is on the U.S. Department's list of quote, corrupt and undemocratic actors. So I think that says a lot. Last question for you tonight. What do you want every American to know about this? What is your hope going forward? Are you keeping hope alive for your father?
Yes, we are definitely keeping hope. We think this is closer to the end. They can't keep him there much longer. The UN declared he's been arbitrarily detained. There's the OAS, the Organization of American States, is also coming out with some resolutions. So we just want his case to be known to the world. And we are asking the new president of Guatemala, President Arevalo, to, within his powers, to officially admit the arbitrary detention and violations of all his fundamental human rights, and to take the necessary legal actions to release him. And from the other side, we really demand the judiciary to stop suspending his hearings and not to accept any more malicious delays by the General Attorney's Office and the prosecutors.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I understand just last night he was awarded the very prestigious Gabriel Garcia Marquez Journalism Award as well. The world of journalism on his side calling for his release, and the United Nations doing the same as well. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.